Hello everybody, thank you for joining us this fine day. Today we will be doing a quick dynamic pose, an action pose, and there will be some foreshortening. So I'm drawing a jumping or a flying figure that is reaching out. So to do this we will start with the line going like that, just so far. We will be putting in an egg-shaped head right here, or an oval, and then we'll be putting in, again depending on the type of body that we want, this will vary, but I'm using a fairly athletic body here. So chest, the rib cage, and then of course the foreshortened torso right there, and this leg in the foreground, the thigh. And then over here we will just cap this off with a shoulder right about there, a shoulder here, because he's reaching out, so we are actually going to put the shoulder closer right there next to the head, and then do an arc, another arc right there, because there's, again, as I mentioned, foreshortening. But to make this cleaner for you, let's go this over again, because it's only fair to, so we have to imagine that there's this huge hand coming forward, so right next to the face, the shoulder, and then just make a straight line like that far, and then go with some coils like that. So coils and coils. So what we have here is, this will be the hand somewhere, so the forearm, middle arm there, the bicep, and the shoulder. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and of course that'll go into the chest, and there will be some bit of contortion of the body as well as we go along. So we will deal with that in a second. So we will start with the hand, 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers, thumb. So just quickly going about this exercise. So the hand is more or less somewhat like that, put down, and then behind that forearm, and behind that part of that bicep, and of course the shoulder. So we have those elements taken care of. That goes right from here, it goes into the chest again, and the collarbone that is driven somewhat high into the face, the shoulder right there, and then we're imagining that the hand is behind the body like so, and with the forearm right there in the background, and you could actually show a closed fist there as well. So, or you could show an open hand. I think fist is more dynamic, but it's up to you. So right now we are tackling the foreshortening, and of course the face you could do one of so many ways. I'm just casually putting in eyes, nose, mouth, ears, head, and again it all varies with what you're looking to do here. So we are going to put in the last thing, so part of the leg showing there. This leg is in the foreground, so I'm coming right up front, and you could actually use the coil here too if you wish. So coil, but stop somewhere there, and then put in that knee, and then go right back. And then of course, according to what you wish to do, you could show a part of the leg there if you wish, or you could leave it out. It's up to you. So right there is the basic figure put down, or at least the core anatomy of it. And I'm just doing that so you could see that a little more clearly. So okay, so now if I were to, and I put a bit of the forearm down there. Now it all depends on what I am looking to do with a pose like this. So to make that a little flatter, because so it all depends on what I'm looking to do. But in any case, if I am to work with a light source, so if the light is falling like this, let's say, so I'm going to shade around here. That'll be almost black because his face is right up against the neckline there and against the shoulder. Put in some shading like that right around the forearm, the round forearm, right around the round bicep a little bit, depending on what I'm looking to do again. Of course, this part will be cast under shadow as well, because that finger, as I know, is a little awkward, but again, not a hand anatomy lesson. We have put those videos out as well for hand anatomy. Please do check them out. But right here, we're just working with this guy and just putting in some, not necessary, but I guess some welcome tones and shadows. Some shadow right there against the hand, and of course shadow falling in right here, make that darker, and some of the shadow of course going into the pec right here, right there, depending on how pec heavy he is, some of it being packed here, shadow falling here. Again, it all depends if he has a well-defined muscular structure or if he doesn't. This one is just there, and I will even just for fun put in some framework for the abs. So shadows all around, and then of course under the quads, and right just at the bottom of the knee there, bit of the quad again, and there could be a little shadow here depending on again what he is wearing, and some shadow there. So if I were to, let's say again, if I am going to do a foreshortened leg behind him, I could pretty much like go like that. I guess some of you might have been like thinking that, you know, why does this guy not give him a foot? Now in many cases that foot, if you check out like real action pics, the foot does not necessarily show, and it's sometimes even more dynamic that way, but I just put one in just in case it was bothering some of us that, you know, maybe I should have a little bit of the foot going there, you know, just for the sake of semblance. So there we have it. And of course, if I were to make this any more useful, any more dynamic, I could give him a cape and I'm just illustrating. I'm not saying what character it is. It could be any character, but in any case that could also work because it is a dynamic pose, and it usually, forgot the inks there, it usually works in extreme cases of illustration. So there we have it, a quick perspective on this kind of pose, jumping and reaching out, or flying and reaching out. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe and keep in touch. Have yourself a wonderful day.